You'll be fine.
You said pull it back?
Yeah, pull it back. Look at me though. Look at the camera. And pull back.
Welcome back to Christina's Garage Gearhead in Training. Today I am at Benedict Castle Concours car show in Riverside, California. I was here last night for the gala, got to meet some amazing people, and now I'm here. I'm going to check out some cars. They're going to have autograph signing and a bunch of other things. This is my first time ever attending this event. Let's go check it out. This event is 100% of the proceeds going towards a teen challenge, and Kyle here is going to be able to explain to you guys like what is teen challenge and how does it change people's lives.
Teen challenge in a nutshell is a one-year faith-based Christian rehabilitation program for people with life-controlling issues, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, really any form of addiction. And for me personally, it took me to lose really everything with my alcoholism and my drug abuse. It got me to the point where I lost my marriage, my family, my kids, everything really. And it's given me a platform and a foundation to build on, to be able to get back to a point where I can be a regular person, where I can have a life again and not worry about just numbing everything with the substances I used to. And I've seen that with not only myself, but like many people, a lot of people that I've gone through. I've completed the one-year program. I've done the apprenticeship, which is like a voluntary, another 4 months usually, but I did 5. And now I'm in the TCMI, which is the Teen Challenge Ministry Institute. And it is basically it's a Bible college, and it is another year long, learning different things in a ministry sense, but it's also more hands-on than the 1 year here. And a little bit more freedom, we get our cell phones and everything like that. But it's just to continue on, and then to, in like my situation, I really don't have a plan or anything figured out yet. So at the end of this year, I'm hoping that that all will get revealed to me in a very more specific way, and kind of be a little bit more of a launching pad for me to, get back out there into life and to actually experience it, and not just go through the motions, and get my my children back and just back to being a normal person, really.
Thank you for sharing your story. And I've been emotional the entire time I've been here, because I can feel the energy of it's just so many more people go through similar things and struggle, and we don't talk about it.
It's really nice to go through the program, because when you come through this, you have people that have been in longer than you, and they help guide you, and they help help you along, because it gets hard. It gets hard because you're giving up a lot of things. You're giving up really communication with not only your family in a more like anytime type of sense. You're not able to just really call and talk to anybody. You're not allowed to have your phone. TV is like few and far between. There's no internet access. You're just focused on your relationship with God and building that up, but also to focus on what you're basically to deal with your problems in a way that we have never dealt with them before. And that's it's hard, because from my own personal experience, I didn't do that. It's hard to face what you've done and to take responsibility for it. But it's getting through that and getting over that really helps us to reveal that strength that we didn't have, that we do have it, and that we can be people that our family can rely on again. That my ex-wife can trust me with my kids and not worry about me getting drunk, or doing drugs or anything like that. And it's really amazing to see all this reconciliation in people's lives with their families and their kids. And it really gives other people hope, like people coming in behind you too, to know that it can happen. Because we've gone through what we've gone through, we didn't see that. We couldn't see it, even though it was very possible.
People don't know how to ask for help. Some people don't have money to be able to get certain resources. And that's what an amazing thing about this program. I'm learning that it costs about $24,000 per person to be able to go through the year program, and that it's free.
Yes.
And it's 100% based on donations.
Yeah.
And that, as you said, you went through the year program and then you have done even more than that. And not only is this a way for you to get your life together, you're also helping other people in the process. Like, you guys are walking around talking with people, you're helping with the program, you're helping with other people who are in the year program portion, and like everybody works together, and you can tell how amazing of a community this is. And I'm very grateful to be here. If someone else, maybe they're not here, they want to contribute somehow, do they just go online to donate, or do you know how people can potentially get involved somehow?
Yeah, for anybody that's not really in a teen challenge area, whether it's an induction center or here in Riverside, that would be the easiest way, is to go onto like the teen challenge website. And I believe it may be like tcdonate.org. That's probably the easiest, most accessible way for anybody not in the area of a teen challenge. Donating online is probably the best way to do that. But if there's also a way you can get to a teen challenge area, or we do a lot of fundraising too, not only through donations of like events and stuff like this, like this. Yeah. In an area where they have a teen challenge center, they'll do a lot of door-to-door fundraising. Oh. And it's actually, for someone like myself, it's a little bit more difficult. So I'm not really extroverted like that, but it really helps us to come out of our shell, to kind of get in a place that's uncomfortable, but to share what's been going on in our lives and the healing that's been going on. And there's a lot of people that will understand that, and that can see it, even if they don't know what we've gone through, because we just, like I said, like I shared a little bit of my testimony. There wasn't a lot of details in there, but like people can relate, because even if they haven't gone through it personally within their own, like dealing with an addiction, I'm sure people have dealt with it within their family. Like myself. Yeah, and you can relate to that. You don't even need to know what people have done. But you know what they've gone through, and you can see that. All right, like they don't look like that person that maybe you have known, or maybe they know somebody that needs help, and they like to donate, and because of that, because they're like, even though this family member that I love is struggling, you got these total strangers that are, you can see the life, you can see the, the resurgence of just being healed, and just sharing that testimony with people. It helps to just get out of that shell, and to help others in a way you probably honestly don't even know. It's really amazing to do that, and yeah, there's a couple of ways that
that people can get involved.
Yeah.
If someone is watching this and feels maybe a family member, a friend, or maybe they want to get involved to get help for themselves, do they just look online to see what you were talking about, different locations? And I'll put all the information in the captions so that if people want to visit the website and stuff, they can. Is that the best way for people to, like, if they want to actually come here to be in the program?
Yeah, that would be the best option, is to look online. Honestly, I know some people that have looked online, and they've actually gone out of their way to go to a completely different area, because some people, like I said, it's hard. Some people have gone to a completely different city and different area in the state. Some people have gone to a completely different state to make sure that they know that they're not going to get that temptation to leave. you know, and that is the best way to, because there's always going to be, if you go online to Teen Challenge, like for us it's Teen Challenge in Southern California. If you go online there, they'll have all the different centers and the numbers that people can call and get information that way. They can call the Teen Challenge Southern California headquarters here in Riverside, and but Teen Challenge itself, it's worldwide. There's hundreds of centers here in America.
I never realized that.
And there's hundreds more in the whole world. Like it's crazy how wide this net goes. Like I never knew about Teen Challenge before I came into the program. I never knew it existed, and I never knew it was doing what it's doing for other people. And that's the cool thing about it, is because there's no real you know, advertisement. Like, you know, you're not going to see it on TV. You're not going to see it on like internet ads or anything like that. It is because it's a little bit more personal, and it is 100% free, which is probably one of the biggest things that helps a lot of us, because when you're in an addiction, you're probably not going to have a lot of money, because it all goes towards that.
Yeah.
But the thing about the program, as it being free, is that people can, we basically give back with our time doing events like this. Like, we don't get paid for it, but I mean, we have a place to sleep, we have food to eat, you know, we have electricity. We don't have to worry about bills. We don't have to worry about the day-to-day living, but we also get to give back. You know, somebody 2, 5, 10 years ago went through this and was doing stuff like this that brought money in so I could come through. And so we're just kind of continuing that cycle. And it really is rewarding, even though we don't really see it. But we know, because it's been 60 years here in California that it's been going on. You know, and it's going to continue to keep going long after I've completed everything, long after I go on to, you know, just whatever life brings me within the next year. And that's a really good feeling. It's a really good feeling to know that there's always going to be somebody that, it's not a good feeling knowing that it's always going to be, people are going to be dealing with that. But that's going to happen regardless. We just know that there's help. We know that there's people that are going to find this one way or another. And they're going to come in and they're going to get the restoration, they're going to get the healing, they're going to get everything that I've gotten, that I've seen my brothers and my sisters get, you know. And it's it really just keeps that hope alive that, you know, somebody's going to get it one day, and I just got to keep doing what I got to do to just help that process along. You know?
And you're not only helping other people that are going through the program, you are making an impact on your own family too, by showing them. You're not telling them, you're showing them. You're going through and putting in the work, and, you know, being there for your kids. That's, from a child's perspective, that's amazing. Yeah. And I'm really, really happy for you. And the program is about 85% success rate, 86%. It's really high with that. So.
Yeah, it's for that statistic itself. Sorry, it's the whole 2.5 years, which would be the year long program, the apprenticeship, which is usually like 4 to 6 months, and then the TCMI, which is what I'm going through right now. And because a lot of people that go through all of that, they usually become staff members. And they can go to really any Teen Challenge center in the world, really. And not everybody does that. People go out into you know the real world. They go back to work. A lot of people actually become very successful business people. You know, it's really cool to see the impact that it has, and just what it can do for people, because we don't all know what's going to happen, and we all don't know where we're going to be at, and that's really exciting, because I know I'm going to be completely different than I was 3 years ago, and I know it's only going to be for the better. You know what I mean? And it's really exciting to look forward to that. Some, you know, the days we have that are they're not all good. We're still human. We still deal with problems. We still deal with just day-to-day things. But when it really just kind of step back and think about where we were, it's not as bad as we think it is, and it helps us get out of that and just continue to go forward.
I love that. Thank you so much, Kyle, for taking the time to talk to me and share your story with everybody. And it definitely touched me. I hope that, like, being able to have you share your story will help potentially impact some other people even just through the YouTube. So thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here to check out all these cars, meet all these awesome people. And yeah, you guys do this once a year?
Yes, it usually happens every year in May. I believe next year they're already advertising it for May 18th of 2025.
So if you guys want to come, check out the website. I'll put all the information in the caption. Thank you again.
Yep, thank you.
I'm here with Kyra. I was walking by and this car just stopped me. It's really cool. I like the wood. It kind of has like a Batman feel, and I wanted to chat with you. Would you mind sharing a little bit about what you do and what brings you here with this car?
This is a 1938 Bentley built by Gary Wales and Andreas Hernanda. Everything that you see is custom on it, and we are here at Benedict Castle today having a wonderful time. I got to watch this one get built and several of the fire trucks in the garage get built.
And you mentioned you're a photographer?
Yeah, I also do photography. Most of my photography goes to Mr. Leno. I started photography in 2013 with a yellow fire truck that Gary Wales built and designed. By the next year it was brown, and the year after that it was brown again. Then it became the George Bear's Batmobile, and then a big red fire truck is what we've got in the garage right now. And this is Gary Wales' personal driver, the Black Prince. It does have a stick shifter and a clutch on it, so it's a little tough to drive, but it's definitely fun. Bounces as it goes down the road.
This is a beautiful car. Well, awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. It's beautiful. I like it a lot. How can you not smile walking past this thing? Look at that. The designs on the back, all the little details, like so much detail. And then not to mention all of this over here. Can't imagine how much power this actually has. That's insane. Look at that. Oh, it even has words on the blowers. I'm still learning all the terms for everything. Wow. Imagine you're just driving down the road and you see this. I'm here with Tim. I was just walking past the semi and just completely blown away. And you said you were the one that built it?
Yes, ma'am.
What inspired you?
I was hired to build this. This is a project of Mike Harrah's, and Mike had a dream, and I built the dream.
That's amazing. And you said it took 7 years?
Yes, 7 years.
Was it your only project during that time, or?
I have lots of other duties, but yeah, it was my only project. So yeah, it's pretty much dedicated every day working on the truck.
So he told you what he was looking for and you were able to put it into?
Yeah, we would check ideas back and forth, and he'd come in every week and check the progress, and we basically, you know, use sign language, and we built a truck.
That's amazing. I love it. I thank you for sharing it with all of us.
It's a lot of truck.
Yeah, just a little. Just a little.
It's 40 feet 2 inches long. Got 12 blowers on it. That's what those are. It has 12 blowers. It has 59 gauges. It's got a lot of stuff on it.
How much horsepower?
3,000.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's a two-stroke diesel engine, so, and I know you're not aware what that is, but it has 7,000 foot-pounds of torque. This thing, it'll just pull anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But it has stereo system, it has TVs, everything. More than you can show at a show.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
It's amazing.
And this morning it was all covered with water. Thank you.
Oh, did it rain last night?
It misted.
Oh, okay.
Dude, yeah, all over the place.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Tim. I really appreciate you taking the time, and it's beautiful.
Made you smile.
Yes, absolutely. It stopped me in my tracks.
There you go. Made you smile. That's all it takes.
fine.
You said pull it back?
Yeah, pull it back. Look at me though. Look at the camera. And pull back.
I'm here with Keith. I was walking by and I saw this bike and absolutely speechless. And then I heard more of your story.
Yes.
And I'm very emotional because it is beautiful and what you created is beautiful. And I'm just so grateful that you're here and that you have this beautiful piece of artwork to share with everybody.
Yes.
Do you mind sharing just a little bit of your backstory and what inspired you to do this bike?
Part of it is I've always been creative, but I couldn't create it because I was an alcoholic. So once I quit drinking, I took what I knew and created something that was beautiful, and that kept me from drinking.
How long did it take for you to finish this project?
This was 3 years from start to finish. Actually 3 years to get it up to shows, and then it's been 3 years showing it, and I've been tweaking it, and now it's complete.
So if you could go back in time,
yeah,
and give yourself a piece of encouragement and advice.
I would give myself to get my act together and quit drinking and thinking I was better than what I was doing. I thought I had everything under control, which I don't think too many people have everything under control, do they?
Even the people who look like they have it together.
and I should have done something a long time ago, because then I would have created more, and I think would have been happier.
And we were talking about a little bit before we started actually recording that you wouldn't have been able to create this exact piece if you didn't go through what you went through.
Right. Yeah.
And be able to encourage other people, that struggle, like that is part of life, and being able to use the struggle, the pain, the hurt, all of that, and funnel it. And that's what you did.
Yes.
You used all of that and you created this really beautiful piece, and I'm really appreciative for you to be talking with me, sharing your story, and sharing this beautiful piece of work.
Thank you.
So I will share your information in the caption, so if people want to follow you and watch future projects, so they can check it out.
That'd be cool.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Keith.
Thank you.
I was walking down the hill and saw this beautiful car. Ernie is the owner of this vehicle, and you also own a company. You build cars?
Yes. I build various different type of cars, lowriders. Started doing those when I was in my teens, and then after I learned about the Jaguars and about the Packards and about other cars, that I started collecting and doing general work on them as well. I can carry out any type of restoration on all these cars, from bumper to bumper custom bodywork to custom paint, to specializing also in rebuilding the engines on them. The dual overhead engine is what this Jaguar has on it.
What got you into automotive?
Well, it started way back when I was a child. I was 8 years old, and I went to stay at my uncle's house, and I discovered that they had mini bikes and go-karts there, but they weren't functional, or they weren't running. And since I took interest in trying to get them to run, and I did get them to run because I wanted to drive them. So then after I got them driving and all of that, I got a little older, but now I wanted to work on cars. And I started working on my uncle's cars, and later on, when I became around 15 years old, I had a show car. And I used to take my car to the Trident at the Sports Arena car show in 1964 and 65 and show it down there. So I've been doing this for a minute, you know. I've been doing it for a long time, and it took off from there.
For someone who might be just starting or have an interest in being a car builder, do you have any advice for those people of encouragement?
I would advise them to learn as much as they could about what you're trying to do. Learn as much about all facets of the restoration on that particular car. Find out what is or not the correct parts. When I'm referring to original OEM parts versus aftermarket parts, you need to know that too. And you just need to know what the car's about. You know, how many were built, perhaps, what color, if that interests you. Learn about body work, you know. I mean, there's some people, you know, that if you learn all those things and all of that, then you will become more knowledgeable about your car.
I love that. Thank you, Ernie, so much for taking the time to talk to me and share this. It's so cool. Not only are the cars really beautiful and super cool, this venue is absolutely gorgeous. They have a castle in the hills, and it's just really cool to be able to see how they set everything up, and also imagining some of these cars being manual and parked on ups and downs and sideways, the amount of coordination that they would need to make sure to park all the cars so they all fit. And there's a lot of back end stuff that we don't realize that goes into putting on events like this. It's pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Today has been absolutely amazing. I spent a lot of time off camera getting to meet people, building relationships, and just hearing amazing stories. This not only is a teen challenge making a huge impact in so many people's lives, the Benedict Castle Concours car show and again, I'm grateful. There's so many really cool people, and I appreciate all of you guys for joining me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.